Today we're going to go over 5 key considerations for small business buying, starting with recurring revenue versus one-time revenue. When reviewing companies, it's important to look at revenue quality. Recurring revenue comes around every year, whereas one-time revenue you have to earn on a project-based go-forward basis. A good example of recurring revenue would be CPA or tax, where folks rarely change their tax advisor. A good one-time example would be construction, where you're project to project to earn your next revenue check. Next is customer concentration. As with any of these categories, it's not necessarily a deal killer. You want to try and find a business where nobody's over 10% of total revenue. High concentration rates are considered anyone over 20 to 30% total revenue. This puts you at risk if that client leaves post-transaction. Next is strong cash flow and margin profile. You want to look for a company with strong cash flow or STE of 20 to 30% margin rates and EBITDA at least 10 to 20%. Now, there's some companies with lower margin profiles, like retail and food service, and some with higher margin profiles, like software and professional services. Just make sure to take a look at your company compared to the industry metrics. Next, you want to look for a retiring owner or a baby boomer. They own 12 million private businesses, and 70% are expected to change hands in the next couple of years. Traditionally, a lot of these companies were shut down, but now there's an increased interest in online M&A. Here's a screenshot of the research report from the CABB, the California Business Broker Association. Finally, take a look at the operating history. Try and find a business with 10 plus years of operating history, as only 30% of companies make it that far. Demonstrates staying power and competitive moat. Follow along for more tips on small business buying. Please do your own research. You can use more than 100% of what you put in. This is for informational purposes only.